Welcome back everyone to another NRG, and this is Voodoo Rage, as it just said in rather dodgy digitized speech. Anyway, this is by Artic Computing back in 1986. 1986, looks rather primitive for something, well, it looks like it would have come out in 1984. But, oh, that wasn't a good start, wasn't it? You know what? I think this game gets a bad rep. I'm not saying it's fantastic, it is not. It certainly isn't anywhere near that. This is like a solid 5 out of 5, 6 out of 5 kind of thing for me. Because it does have some interesting gameplay elements. They don't work very well, but it has interesting ideas going on. I was interested in this a few years back. Because I'm a big fan of the Manic Miner kind of style game, the Jet Set Willy, Manic Miner, Roland in Time style game, one single screen platform kind of thing, unless it's called Chucky Egg, of course. And I played this, and yes, I was very frustrated with it, but it's kind of addictive and weirdly, annoyingly addictive. And I do like the fact it has got the Benny Hill song, the Benny Hill chase theme, running in the background, which is hilarious. There we go, that's level 1 complete. That wasn't too hard, was it? So there's actually a story behind this game. So apparently you play a mother figure, I think, or a wife figure. I'm not quite sure. It's very ambiguous on that aspect. And you're trapped in some multiple pan-dimensional place. And you've got to stop. You see the guy at the bottom there with the red hat, green shirt? He wants to go and play video games. Arcade consoles, computers will all be set up. An icon will represent that. And your objective is to move on to the next level to prevent him doing that, or hit him over the head with a rolling pin, which I just picked up. You can see the rolling pin icon in the top corner on the, for want of a better word, the HUD. And if he goes to the said console or arcade machine, which you can see in the bottom left hand corner, then you can walk up to him and bat him over the head with it in a sort of fight scene kind of thing, and hopefully progress to the next stage. However, you've got to collect all these other icons that are scattered around the screen. Chicken's pyramid for some reason. There's a boot over there. There's a bottle of ink, is it? A flame. A tap, just multiple household objects, whilst avoiding all these random images. And then we go into this thing, which I've just done, which is called the Voodoo Rage mode. So if you hit Control on your keypad, you go into Voodoo Rage mode, and you can do that. And what that essentially does is give you 10 seconds of immunity to any attacks, and double score of any icons that you pick up. So, it's interesting. Them two aspects, there's two ways of sort of like completing a level, I guess. But the randomness of the antagonist, I want to call him, the guy with the big mouth at the top there now. The randomness of him actually playing the arcade machine and you timing it so that you can get to him with the rolling pin is so haphazard and extremely rare. I mean, I don't even think I do this on this gameplay because he doesn't just approach it any time. He doesn't do it frequently enough to sort of approach it. So you end up just going through the platforms and collecting all these icons as much as possible. You collect as many icons as possible, and I think if you collect almost all of them, if not one, no, all of you have to collect all of them apart from the rolling pin. If you collect all of them, then you move on to the next stage. So I'm coming up to the last icon here, and we move on to the next stage. There we go. So yes, it's very frustrating. The jump mechanic is really weird. It's like a jump mechanic. You can move in air, which is really good. I love a jump mechanic when you can move in the air. It's really good. And for 1986, that's quite good. A lot of jump mechanics weren't like, you can move in the air, but you can do that with this. However, the platform detection is extremely random. You sort of like, there you go, I was walking sort of halfway between a platform there. That's really weird. You can walk through many of the platforms. Sometimes you will just jump into an area and die for no apparent reason. That's really random. I think it's to do with the fact that you're falling from a great height, but that's not consistent. Sometimes you will fall full of great heart and be perfectly fine, sometimes you won't. And sometimes you'll get stuck, and I think on level 4 here, which I always struggle with, and I'm probably not going to get through it. So I've gone into Voodoo Rage here, so the border flashes, you've got 10 seconds to bounce around, got the rolling pin. Now he's playing, look, he's playing the game now. Now I should be able to hit him, but getting to him is extremely difficult on this level. I've got to get somehow to the second platform below me now and jump up. But I'm not going to be able to do that because an enemy's sort of like hovering around. So I'm going to do another Voodoo Rage. You've got 10 Voodoo Rages to use at your expense, and there's 20 levels, so you have to use them sparingly, and you get an extra one for every 10,000 points or something like that. You can see the countdown going on at the top there. The enemies are just random. They're like alien. Oh God, I jumped. And of course, if you jump into the bloke, he acts as an enemy before you jump into him, and he gets you. There's a floating gun there, a floating shooting gun. You've got a floating head sticking his tongue out. You've got some sort of red splat at the bottom. I have no idea what these enemies are supposed to be. Well, you can sort of make out why they're there, but what they are, but not why they're there. Odd. It's a very weird game, but strangely addictive and strangely fun, even though it's ridiculously frustrating and in a lot of aspects totally broken. But I have a fondness for this game, and I don't know why. It's just one of those bizarre sort of retro game fetishes that I have. It's just bizarrely addictive and quite fun to play, and you'll end up spending 30 minutes at least on this game, and you think, why the hell have I done that? And you've only got to like level 3 or level 4. I will try and attempt one day a long play at this game. I think it's worth that. But that is Voodoo Rage by Artic Computing on the Amstrad CPC 1986. Like I said, it looks like it would have come out in 1985, 1984. It's not very graphically advanced. The comic aspect of the Benny Hill thing. See, I'm stuck there. Look, I can't move anywhere there. I'm gonna. Oh no! I'm gonna. Oh, deaded. And that's it. Game over. But the comic aspect of having the Benny Hill theme song in the background, that's just hilarious. And garish colours, it's all very clear, the old school kind of single screen platformer. Nothing spectacular graphically, of course, but weirdly addictive. Sickly addictive, in fact. Thanks for watching. Novabug, out. Hey, Novabug here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please support the channel by liking and commenting, and of course subscribing if you haven't already done. If you would like to support me further, please consider joining my bug army via Patreon. And also don't forget to follow me over at Facebook, Twitter, BitChute and Twitch. And a salute to my bug army generals Sam M, Sweet Nanak, Pete Walker and Craig Harrison. Thank you everyone for supporting me. Novabug, out.